Hello, everyone. This is Anita N, the Biz Coach, and I am coming back to you with all things grants. You guys, it is the end of the year, it's holiday season, and I am in the giving mood. All right. Yes. So I have some holiday specials that I know you're going to want to jump right on. And you have to sign up during the month of December. So in this post or email or however you're seeing this video, there should be some information provided for you to be able to sign up and get more information on it, right? So I am doing your one thing. So that special is going on to the end of this month. You have to sign up to be able to get started next month. And I'm also starting some work with organizations who are either developing grant teams or you already have a grant team and you just need some extra skills and want to build up on that foundation or build the foundation altogether, right? So those are some of the things that I'm offering this holiday season, and I'm looking at giving away another workshop, free attendance or free hosting that you can have at your organization, or you can join one of mine for free. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in the email or the post or wherever you're seeing this, YouTube. I don't know. I put this out everywhere because you guys know I am known as Anita N, the Biz Coach, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So wherever you are seeing this at, make sure that you read all the information that's involved, all right, and you see available. Great. So if you're checking out the screen here, I am sharing some information about a rotating availability grant, meaning they don't have a deadline from what I could see. So I definitely want to share this with you all and just kind of show you some of the ways that different organizations and foundations do give out grant awards. Okay. So you hear me talk a lot about online applications, right? Most of these foundations nowadays and corporations, they'll have you to fill out the application to apply for the grant funding online. However, there are some where they ask you just to make up your own template, your own grant proposal, right? You can use, of course, just a regular Microsoft Doc or Google Doc or whatever you choose to use, where it is shareable for you to be able to forward to that organization. And this happens to be one of those. All right, so we're going to take a quick look at it, just some key information. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, and yeah, and hopefully you will qualify for this one and be able to apply, right? So as you can see, the name of it is the A.O. Smith Foundation. All right. So with this, when I found this one on a listing that I came across, I just clicked on the link in the listing, and this is what popped up, right? So I was like, okay, I don't see anywhere to apply here. So I was like, okay, let me read all of this. So like I said, it comes to find out that you have to submit your own document as a grant proposal to apply for this grant. All right. So one of the key things, looking at their mission to see if, before you even go any further, to see if you qualify for this grant, let's see what their mission is, right? See if it aligns with yours. I'm not going to read all that, but what it looks like, it says that they achieve, they're partnering with other people in the communities, that they support things like education, arts and culture, health and human services in the communities where they operate. Key, okay. I don't even know what A.O. Smith Foundation or what A.O. Smith is, what kind of company they are. When I hear that words, those words, where we operate, that means they have a company. So this corporation has this foundation where they give out this grant funding and these different scholarships and different things that they do. Okay, and we'll look at that in just a moment. But with that, those key words or phrase there, you've got to find out now, are they in your community? That's one of the criteria, right? So if they're not in your community, Google them, see where their locations are. If they're not in your community or whatever state, whatever they're asking, the radius or whatever it is, then no need to read it any further. All right. So if I were you and I was doing this one and I was thinking about looking at applying for it, I would start right here, do my research, see if they're in my community, That would be the first thing. So let's say they are in your community. All right, let's go on now. So it says at the same time, the foundation um, engages or encourages A.O. Smith employees around the world to live the company's values through volunteerism and community involvement. Stopping there again, okay? This lets me know that more than likely they want their employees to be involved in the different activities that organizations that they partner with, meaning that they grant funding from, for one, those type of partners. You're seen as a partner with them if they fund your projects and programs, right? They like their employees to be involved in what you're doing. So they give opportunities. They want to that people they partner with, organizations they partner with, to offer volunteer opportunities in order for their employees to be, help them fulfill their values, their mission, the different things that they can, connect with in the community, right? So that's another thing you need to look at. I was just talking to a client last night, I believe, and what I was sharing with that person was, I asked, did they have any volunteers? They was like, no, everybody's getting paid. Da, da, da. Great. Okay, great for the people getting paid, right? Yay. But at the same time, what I was telling the person was these different organizations that you request funding from, like for their employees to get involved, in your different causes, in the different events you have, and all these such things, right? So that was, and as in here, this is an example of that. Doesn't say it yet, but this is telling you this is part of their mission. So these are things you need to think about when you're looking at applying for this grant in particular and others that may require some of the same things, okay? All right, moving right along, it talks about their impact, and it says here that they are a 501c3 and they supported by donations from other profits of the A.O. Smith Corporation. So that's the word, so that's the phrase you need to be searching to find out there in your community. So the A.O. Smith Corporation, and the funds for the nonprofit, of course, again, they fund things like human services. That could be anything like, maybe shelters, doing things with the homeless or homeless veterans or children and families, things of that nature. Those things fall up under human services, okay? Then, of course, education. That may be, schools, colleges, I'm not sure yet. So, education, anything with the educational, background or work with children or people in the education field. All right. Arts and culture. That could be museums. That could be programs that offer these type of, programs and projects and things to the community. So, and it says also health organizations. All right. That could be clinics, hospitals, um, health could be, and I'm not sure yet, you would have to do your homework, do your research. It could mean mental health, institutions or entities. You'll just have to do your homework to find out if they don't have it here on this page. Okay. So it goes on here. It tells about when they were established and how much money they've been providing, over $50 million in support since then, I'm sure. Then they have, here's where you get to the goodies, where you need to know what you need to do. Okay. So they say they support their community partners. All right. So they're already letting you know they consider you as a community partner if they end up funding some of your projects. All right. So it says here, they accept application for support throughout the year. So that lets you know that rotating basis I was telling you about earlier. And the requests are reviewed in the order in which they are received. Another key information to have. They're not saying it's a certain amount, number one. So, sky's the limit, right? Hey, you don't know. So that's where it would cause you actually to do more research on them, Go to their website, find out how much money they've given to other organizations. Look what those organizations have done. What have they done with the money that they gave them? So these are things you need to look at before you do this application. All right, it says that to apply for the support, you have to mail. Yes, I said it, mail in the mail. So snail mail, put it in, have to be very professionally done, neat, and all that good stuff. You don't want any staples. A lot of times they don't like staples and things of that nature, but that's normally with governmental grants. So I don't know, maybe it'd be a good idea to staple this one, but I would definitely put it together very professionally. You might want to put it in, one of those report protectors where it's, bound together and look very professional, and put it in a appropriate size envelope to be able to mail it. What I would do also is make it sure it's certified. So someone has to sign for it. Costs a little bit more money, but look, when you put all this kind of work into a grant application or proposal, and they say they never found it or they never received it or whatever, you got your proof here. You got your little ticket saying, no, so-and-so signed for it on this date. And so I know y'all got it, so it's not on me, it's on you, right? So these are just some of the tips that I would recommend when you're having to do an application like this and mail it in. All right, they give you the address there. There's a contact person, very good to have. We have Miss Rita there. So if they have a number somewhere or an email, that might be the person that you need to, put it to the attention of. All right. Then they go into some of the other things. I'm not going to go into details about all of those, but let's just look at the list of things that are required for you to put in this packet. Okay. So you have to have your 501c3 tax exempt status letter. That's got to be in there. The exact name and location of the organization. That's going to be in the narrative, in your cover letter, in your proposal you're putting together for them. Description of your organization. So that's that background information about your organization, when you were established, a little bit about your board, definitely information about your founder, your mission, your vision, all that good information. Include your objectives and your purpose. So for whatever amount of funding that you're asking for, you have to describe what your objectives are by utilizing this money and what is the purpose of the project or program that you're asking the funding for. Geographical areas served by the organization. What counties, what city, what state, what country, all right? I'm assuming, I don't know, it may be internet, it may be an international global corporation. We don't know yet. So you got to do your homework, right? Got to do your research. Then it goes on, says an explanation of the activity for which support is requested, the description of the benefits to be achieved and who will receive the benefits. So talk about your target population, who they are, their age, their gender, their economic status, perhaps, whatever it is that would qualify them to be able to be in your project or your program. You're going to need those demographics and some statistics on them as well, because you're going to have to probably show a little bit about what the problem is that you're trying to solve. All right. And you might not see those words in there: problem statement, need statement. But if you read it the way they print it, you should be able to interpret if you understand this type of lingo, right? It goes on to say, of course, amount of support being requested. So the funding that you're requesting, that amount, the budget information, you want to itemize that. Every item, you want to know how much each item is, and then you're going to total that up. You also want to include resources of income. Where you getting your other money from? All right. Are you doing, do you have a business side to this? I mean, what is it? Do you have a membership? How is it that you collect other monies for income for your different causes? Plans for reporting results. So that's letting you know right there. They want to know, okay, how you doing? Are you reaching the people you're supposed to reach? Are you getting the results you're supposed to get? They want you to report back to them. That might be a formative type feedback or summative. Formative is midway. Sometimes, if this is a 12-month project that you're doing, your formative summation or report would be maybe midway, so maybe around the 6 month time frame, right? And then your summatives, where you're summarizing it all up, that's the easy way of remembering that. That would be at the end of the 12 months, okay? So figure out, or maybe go to their website and find out more information about what their results are. But this is probably the most information you're going to get about this particular grant, okay? And how to submit this proposal. Any brochures, pamphlets, and other material that describes your organization in greater detail. So, of course, if you have any type of informational printed materials, they're saying put that in that packet so they can see some of the things you've done. They just want to see some proof, some background from printed stuff that you use on a regular basis. Maybe you have a website, you want to print out the homepage of your website or your pages from your website or whatever, just something in print, maybe your Facebook page, something where they can look and see, okay, they do have a social print so that we can follow it up and look at it and check it out. All right. So moving on down here, so they get to talking about programs for O. Smith employees. It says the foundation believes education to be one of the most important investments individuals can make in the future and operates two distinct programs to that end. So this is talking a little bit about that educational funding that they give to. So this is telling you they have two ways of doing that. They have a matching gift program. They also have a scholarship program. All right. So I've got to end this now, you guys. I have got to go. So I appreciate your time. I hope that this has been helpful. You can always reach me at Anita in the Biz Coach. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Y'all be blessed and take care.